Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Wednesday again, and today's tip for you is going to be all about seasonal depression because yes, it is a thing. Some people do not think it is, but actually seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder is a real thing that happens to many people. So today I thought I would talk to you all about what seasonal depression is / seasonal affective disorder, go over some symptoms and some things that you can do about it if you have it. So has anyone else been thinking that this winter has actually been really long? Honestly, I have. I do every single year, and around this time, February, March, when it should be getting warmer, April-ish, it usually doesn't. It stays cold in Philadelphia for quite a while, and my cabin fever / seasonal depression really starts to kick in. So specific symptoms of seasonal affective disorder that are actually mine, that I actually have, are I feel really tired. I really don't want to get up. I have a hard time getting out of bed. Usually as it starts to get lighter outside, I find that I have more energy and I can get up early. But when I have seasonal depression, I can sleep until 9 o'clock in the morning and still feel like I haven't gotten enough. So that's one symptom. Another symptom that I actually happen to have is just lack of motivation and lack of enthusiasm for exercising and working out or even eating healthy at all. And this can happen to many people, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because on one hand, I really don't have any motivation to do any of the things that make me feel good. And then on the other hand, I also know that if I did those things to make me feel good, maybe I would feel a little bit better. But it really just depends on the day and sort of what's going on with my mind and what's going on with my body. And the third symptom that I typically have is avoidance of social situations. In the winter or in the fall, when it gets dark out, I do not want to do anything. Friday night or Saturday night, all I want to do is stay inside and watch movies or watch TV. And this obviously doesn't happen for everybody, but if you have a friend that you've ever noticed, hey, we see each other all the time in the spring and the summer, and then for whatever reason, they kind of lay low in the fall and winter, well, maybe it's because they have seasonal affective disorder. And that's something that you can ask or maybe just feel curious about and sort of relate to. So interestingly enough, as soon as we have a few warm days mixed in with the cold, I all of a sudden am surprisingly, amazingly better. I know it sounds crazy, but there was some warm weather 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and out of nowhere, I just felt amazing. And then of course we got hit with the cold again, and then I just, fell right back down to where I came from. So from what I can tell you by talking to other people, this experience is pretty common, and if I were to diagnose myself, I'm not going to, but I would say that I definitely have a light form of seasonal affective disorder. So first I want to go over a definition. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that comes and goes with the seasons, typically starting in the late fall, early winter, and then it goes away during the spring and summer. Depressive episodes linked to summer can occur, but are much less common than the winter episodes of seasonal affective disorder. So right now, if you're asking yourself, oh, maybe I have seasonal affective disorder, I'm going to read you a list of symptoms of seasonal depression, and then again, you can sort of decide for yourself whether or not you think that this fits you. So first, feelings of hopelessness and sadness, thoughts of suicide, hyperinsomnia, and the tendency to oversleep. Those are all symptoms of seasonal depression. Other symptoms include a change in weight or a craving for starchy, sugary foods, weight gain, just feeling heavy in the body, in the arms and the legs, a drop in energy level, decreased physical activity, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, irritability, increased sensitivity to social rejection, and avoidance of social situations. So if you do not have seasonal depression in the fall or the winter, but you are one of those rare people who actually might have it in the summer, some symptoms of that include poor appetite, weight loss, insomnia, agitation, and anxiety. So it is not known what causes seasonal affective disorder, but there is a small of research that proves people with seasonal affective disorder may have trouble regulating serotonin, which is one of the key neurotransmitters involved in mood. People with seasonal affective disorder may also overproduce the hormone melatonin. Some of you might know what that is. If you have trouble sleeping or regulating your sleep, they sell little melatonin pills over the counter. And basically, darkness increases our production of melatonin, which actually regulates our sleep. So that makes sense when you sleep more when it's dark outside, because your brain is overproducing that chemical. And as the winter days become shorter, melatonin obviously increases, leaving people to feel sleepier, more lethargic, less energy, and they actually have delayed circadian rhythms. So another reason why you might have seasonal affective disorder is because people with seasonal depression also produce less vitamin D. And vitamin D is associated with serotonin, so it actually is believed to play a role with serotonin. And vitamin D insufficiency may be associated with clinically sufficient depressive symptoms, and that is also according to the National Institute of Mental Health. So, okay, so the question for you is, what can you do if you think you have, or if you do have, seasonal affective disorder? Well, you actually have a few options. So first, you can try any form of therapy. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of talk therapy, but you can also try acupuncture, meditation, yoga. Light therapy is really big with people who have seasonal affective disorder. So anything like that that helps you work through some of those depressive symptoms, absolutely try. The second thing that you could do is try medication. So there are medications called SSRIs, which are serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which actually help increase your serotonin levels, and that could boost your mood. So you could try that, and you could get those from your doctor, ask about the side effects, and see if that's something that would be worth it for you. And the third is that you can try taking vitamin D supplements. They also sell those over the counter, just like they sell melatonin. Don't get melatonin if you have seasonal affective disorder, because that might make you sleep more, unless you have insomnia, of course. But you can try vitamin D and see if that makes a difference, because that might also help your serotonin levels. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you do have any form of seasonal depression, good luck on your search for getting better and feeling better. And as always, if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out. If not, I will see you next week for another video and tip by me. All right, bye.